My dear child, feel the stirring deep within you even now. You've been sensing it for quite some time, a quiet movement beneath the surface, an invisible shifting of seasons. It's like a gentle trembling under your feet, shaking even the places you once thought were secure. You have looked around and seen little change with your eyes, but deep inside something has been calling you, a sound too soft for natural ears, yet too loud for your spirit to ignore. You have carried promises that seemed impossible, walked through seasons where everything felt utterly silent, and yet despite the stillness around you, something inside refused to let go. That something, beloved, is not weakness, nor is it stubbornness. It is the seed of faith that I, your Heavenly Father, planted within you long before you even knew how to give it a name. At times you have felt isolated, wondering why others seemed to move forward so effortlessly while you remained waiting. In your quiet moments, you have asked me if I had forgotten you, if perhaps you had missed your moment, if maybe the doors you prayed for would stay closed forever. But hear my heart. I have heard every cry, every whispered doubt, every fragile hope you barely dared to hold on to. Today, I tell you, I am opening doors for you, doors you cannot yet see. These are not doors made by human hands, nor ones found on any earthly map. These doors have been prepared in the invisible realm, set apart for a time such as this. And you, my precious child, are closer than you have ever been to stepping through them. Understand this truth deeply. I am not limited by what you can see, nor am I restrained by what you understand. While you have been staring at closed doors, I have been building corridors of favor behind walls you didn't even know existed. While you were praying for a single opening, I have been crafting multiple pathways leading you into promises far greater than anything you could imagine. The delays you experienced were not denials. They were construction sites where I was laying foundations and setting divine alignments into motion. I have been orchestrating shifts, moving unseen pieces, weaving together a tapestry of destiny that will soon unfold right before your very eyes. You have seen glimpses, small flashes of hope, little moments when your heart quickened with the thought that maybe, just maybe, change was near. These were not coincidences. They were whispers from my spirit, holy confirmations that even when you could not see the full picture, I was still speaking, still moving, still building. You have walked by faith and not by sight. And though the road has been longer, harder than you expected, hear this, beloved, not one step was wasted. Every delay, every pause, every detour that left you puzzled, all have been leading you right here, to this sacred threshold where the unseen will soon become seen, where promises once cradled only in your spirit will finally be birthed into reality. There are doors opening now that you didn't even know how to ask for. There are opportunities rushing toward you that you could never have orchestrated on your own. There are divine connections forming, not by the hand of any human network, but by my sovereign design. I hold the keys, and I am unlocking the future I wrote over your life. Before you even knew how to dream, you do not need to strive, you do not need to force your way through barriers. I'm the one moving the walls for you. I am the one leveling the mountains in your path. I am the one declaring yes over your life when every other voice says no. But listen carefully, my beloved. The doors I am opening are not merely for your comfort. They are intimately tied to your calling. They are not simply blessings for your enjoyment, but tools for my purposes through you. I am raising you up, not just to receive, but to release. Even as we spoke of the doors opening and the promises unfolding, remember this, beloved. It is not merely about entering in. It is about leading others into what they once thought was impossible. The favor I am pouring out into your life is not the final destination. It is only the beginning. It is a commissioning into a much greater story, a divine adventure where your life itself becomes a living testimony of what I can accomplish through a surrendered heart. Prepare yourself, not just for what you have asked of me, but for so much more. Stretch your faith beyond the boundaries it has known. Expand your vision beyond what your natural eyes can see. Lift your expectations high toward heaven, because I am not the God of barely enough. I am the God of exceedingly abundantly more than all you could ever dare to ask or imagine. What you are about to step into is not a product of luck or random chance. It is the careful fulfillment of a divine strategy, written with love and precision. Every delay you endured was not wasted time. It was a setup for acceleration. Every closed door was not rejection. It was a merciful redirection toward my very best for you. Every battle you survived has not weakened you. It has qualified you for the victory now at hand. Stay sensitive to my leading. Keep your spirit tender, flexible, moldable in my hands. As the doors begin to open, there will come a temptation to rush ahead in excitement, to lean on your own understanding and strength. But resist that urge. Trust the gentle pace of my spirit. Trust the sovereign timing of my hand. Some doors will swing wide open suddenly, surprising you with their swiftness. Others will require you to take a trembling step of faith into spaces where you cannot yet see clearly. But know this, my child. I am with you in every single step, orchestrating every detail, speaking through the stillness, confirming through the peace that settles deep within your soul. This, beloved, is not the end of your story. It is only the unfolding, the blossoming of what I have long prepared for you. Yes, the days ahead will still have challenges, for this world is not without trials, but they will be days marked by a grace you have never known before, a grace that carries you higher, further, deeper. You will move in spaces you once only dared to pray about. You will stand in places where others once said you did not belong. You will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, not because you fought harder than others, but because you trusted me when everything around you shouted otherwise. Get ready. Stay expectant. Keep your heart tuned carefully to the whisper of my voice. The doors are opening, not always how you expected, not always where you expected, but in perfect divine alignment with my will. Walk forward with boldness. Walk forward with peace. Walk forward with the full assurance that what is about to unfold is not merely the answer to your prayers, but the glorious manifestation of a promise written over your life before time even began. You, my beloved, are stepping from the unseen into the seen. You are stepping into fulfillment. You are stepping into the goodness I have lovingly stored up just for you. Trust me. The doors are opening, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what I have ordained for you. I see you. I have always seen you. Long before you ever questioned your worth, long before you doubted your place, long before you compared your journey to another's, my gaze has been steadfast upon you with unwavering love. You have walked through seasons where you felt invisible to the world, overlooked by the very ones you longed to be noticed by. You have carried silent burdens, whispered silent prayers, and fought battles that no one else even knew you were facing. Yet through it all, my eyes never turned away. I have been attentive to every heartbeat, every sigh, every tear you carefully hid from others. Each moment, every single one, has been counted precious to me. You need to know, my beloved, that you have never been lost to me. You were never just one among many. You have always been uniquely, tenderly, fiercely cherished. I crafted you with my own hands, woven together with dreams and purposes designed specifically for you. The way you think, the way you feel so deeply, the way you notice what others rush past. All of it is an intentional reflection of my design. I made you sensitive, not as a flaw, but as a precious strength. It is a gateway to compassion, to wisdom, to a depth of insight the world desperately needs. I made you resilient, not so that you would never fall, but so that you would rise again time after time, learning with each step that your true strength is not your own, but comes from. As we have walked together through the unveiling of your worth and the preparation of your destiny, hear now a deeper whisper of my heart toward you. My son, my daughter, the doubts you carry about your own worth, those quiet, painful questions that have taken root, are based on lies I am tearing down even now. You have believed at times that you were too broken, too late, too small to matter in the grand story I am weaving. But hear me clearly. Nothing could be further from the truth. You are not an afterthought, you are not a mistake, you are not forgotten. You are a vital, irreplaceable piece of a puzzle far greater than you can yet comprehend. The enemy has labored tirelessly to sow seeds of doubt about your place, because he fears the fullness of what you are called to release. He has whispered that you are insignificant, hoping you would shrink back. But he knows the truth. He knows you are destined to influence atmospheres, to carry my presence into places others cannot reach, to shift hearts and lands with the fragrance of heaven. You are not what your failures claim you are. You are not defined by the moments when fear shouted louder than faith. You are not bound by the mistakes of your past, nor by the limitations of your upbringing. I call you chosen. I call you appointed. I call you anointed. I call you mine. And every single time you doubted it, after the mess, after the delays, after the disappointments, I reaffirmed it in heaven, sealing it with my unchanging, relentless love. My precious one, I have not changed my mind about you. Not in your weakest moment, not in your darkest hour, not when you stumbled, not when you wandered off the path. My covenant with you is not fragile, not built upon your perfection. It is anchored firmly in my unchanging nature. And I am faithful, even when you wrestle to be faithful to yourself. I am steady when you are shaken. I am for you, even when you struggle to believe in yourself. You have often wondered why the road seemed so hard, why the battles dragged on so long, why every door seemed to take longer to open for you than for others. But know this, beloved, the depth of your preparation is always in proportion to the greatness of your calling. I have been building something deep inside of you, something that cannot be built quickly. Quick results may satisfy fleeting desires, but only deep roots sustain a lasting destiny. I was never interested in giving you temporary victories. I have always been committed to building you into a dwelling place strong enough to carry my lasting glory. Now, I invite you, my dear one, lay down the comparisons, lay down the self-imposed timelines, lay down the expectations that were never mine to begin with. I am not rushing you. I am not grading your performance. I am not disappointed in your pace. I walk with you, patiently, joyfully, celebrating each small faithful step you take closer to me. I see your daily obediences, the prayers whispered when no one else hears, the kindness you give when it's not returned, the bravery it takes to hope again after another closed door. And beloved, I smile over you. You are doing far better than you realize. You are growing in ways that are still hidden to your natural eyes. The seeds you planted in secret are growing strong roots beneath the surface, preparing for a day of glorious unveiling. Trust the unseen work I am doing within you. Trust the process that feels slow but is rich with purpose. You are not delayed. You are being developed. You are not forgotten. You are being fortified. Come, closer still. Lean into my voice. Let it be louder than every noise of doubt. Rest your weary heart against mine and hear the steady rhythm that has never once changed. You are loved. You are called. You are mine. The doors I am opening for you are not merely invitations into new places. They are affirmations of the identity I have always spoken over you. Walk through them not with fear, but with the full assurance that you are exactly who I created you to be. This is not the season for striving. This is the season for trusting. This is not the season for proving yourself. This is the season for standing boldly in the truth of who you are in me. The world will tell you to earn it. Religion will tell you to deserve it. As we rest in the truth of your identity, chosen, loved, appointed, hear now my heart inviting you even deeper into the fullness prepared for you. I say to you, my beloved, receive it. Receive my love freely. Not with hesitation, not with fear. Receive my plans fully. Not with doubt, but with open hands. Receive my affirmation deeply. Allow it to settle into the very places where uncertainty once lived. You do not need to fight for a place at the table. You were always invited. You were always expected. You belong here in the place I have lovingly prepared for you. Come, my precious one, let me remind you once again who you truly are. Let me strengthen the parts of you that have grown weary from the long journey. Let me breathe fresh courage into the dreams you almost laid to rest. The door is open, the path is clear, and my arms are wide open to receive you, welcoming you as you step forward into every single thing I have spoken over your life. I know the pain you carry, child. I know the silent questions you wrestle with in the hidden corners of your heart. I have seen the nights you laid awake, your mind aching with why. Why the road had to be so long, why the dreams had to be delayed, why the promises seemed to drift farther instead of nearer. I have heard every whispered disappointment, every silent scream of frustration, every tear that fell when you were too tired to wipe them away. You need to understand, your pain was never unnoticed. Your struggle was never ignored. I was there through it all, not as a distant observer, but as a loving father who never once took his eyes off you. Pain has a way of shouting louder than truth when you are weary. It tries to tell you that you are alone, abandoned, forgotten. It tries to convince you that the promises must have passed. For you but hear me clearly. Pain lies. Pain is a tool, as not a definition. It was never meant to become your identity. I allowed the pain not to punish you, but to prepare you. I allowed the pressure not to crush you, but to carve you, shaping you into a vessel that could carry more of my glory than you ever imagined. You have wondered why your path seemed harder than others. You have compared your battles to their victories. But I tell you now, the depth of your battles has been matched to the greatness of the call I placed within you. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Every heartbreak, every loss, every closed door, I used each one to refine you. Where comfort could never build strength, hardship forged resilience. Where ease could never teach surrender, the pressing taught you to lean fully on me. The seasons of crushing were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to produce the precious oil of anointing that can only flow through brokenness. Just as the olive must be crushed to yield oil, just as the grape must be pressed to pour out wine, so your heart had to be pressed, your spirit stretched, so that the fragrance and power hidden within you could be released. I know there were wounds that made you question my love. There were betrayals that made you wonder if I truly cared. But hear me now, beloved. Not one single tear was wasted. Not one single cry was unheard. I caught every tear and turned it into rain that watered the seeds of your future. I stood beside you when the pain was too heavy for you to bear alone. I whispered hope into your spirit when your mind screamed that all was lost. Carried you through valleys so dark you doubted you would ever find your way out. And every step, every stumble, every cry was leading you closer, closer to the promises I have been preparing all along. Pain, my dear one, has a way of revealing what comfort hides. It shows you where your trust truly rests. It uncovers what your heart clings to when everything else is stripped away. Though it felt cruel in the moment, it was mercy. I allowed certain things to be removed from your life, people, titles, dreams you built by your own understanding, because I knew they could not sustain the weight of where I was taking you. I removed what was temporary, so I could establish what is eternal. I broke down what was fragile, so I could build what is unshakable within you. Now, beloved, you see only part of the picture, but one day when you look back, you will lift your hands and bless. As you lift your eyes from the valleys of pain and step into the fields of promise, hear now the tender voice that has never once stopped calling you forward. One day, my beloved, you will bless the breaking. You will bless the waiting. You will bless even those long, silent seasons where it felt like nothing was happening, because it was in those very seasons that I was doing my deepest work within you. Roots must grow downward before fruit can grow upward. Stability is crafted in the silent, hidden places, before strength is revealed in the public eye. I was not ignoring you in those quiet seasons, child. I was investing in you, pouring deep into your spirit wells of wisdom, patience, resilience, and endurance. Treasures you will draw from for the rest of your journey, my precious one. If I had given you what you asked for the moment you asked, it would have overwhelmed you. The blessing you cried out for would have become a burden. The promotion you dreamed of would have outpaced the preparation of your heart. In my love, I delayed your desires, not to deny you, but to protect you. What you felt as withholding was actually my fierce protection. What you mistook for abandonment was in truth a sacred setup for greater intimacy between us. You learned to hear my voice in the dark. You learned to trust my heart when my hand seemed hidden, and that kind of trust, precious child, cannot be taught in easy seasons. It is forged only in the fires of difficulty, and it is more precious to me than gold refined by the fiercest flame. I know you carry scars. I know that some days the weight of your past feels heavier than the hope of your future. But lift your eyes higher still, my child. Your scars are not symbols of failure. They are trophies of survival. They are the sacred proof that you stayed when you could have run, that you trusted when giving up seemed easier. They are the markers of battles fought and victories won, victories not in your own strength but in mine. You are stronger than you realize. You are wiser than you know. You are braver than you feel, not because you never fell, but because you rose again, and each time it was I who lifted you. Your pain has been transformed into your oil. Your waiting has been forged into your strength. Your brokenness has become a breathtaking beauty. What you once thought disqualified you will be the very thing that qualifies you to minister to others. You will comfort those sitting in ashes. Because you have sat there yourself, you will speak hope into the night. Because you have seen the dawn break through the darkness, you will carry healing, not from theory, but from experience. Your words will carry a weight, a fire-tested authority, because they are backed by the flames you survived. Trust me with your story, my child. Trust me with the parts that still seem unfinished and confusing. Trust that nothing, and absolutely nothing, has been wasted in my hands. I am weaving it all together into a radiant testimony that will bring me glory and bring you a joy greater than you ever dared imagine. Yes, the pain was real, but so is the promise. Yes, the tears were many, but so will be the laughter. The night was long and heavy, but the morning, oh, the morning is breaking even now. Hold on just a little longer. Keep your heart open a little wider. I am not finished with you, not even close. I am only just beginning. And what is coming, my beloved, will be worth it all. The season you are stepping into now is unlike any you have known before. The very ground you walk on has been prepared. Through prayer, through persistence, through perseverance in seasons where it felt like nothing moved, But what you could not see with your natural eyes was moving powerfully in the unseen realm. Every quiet act of faith, every whispered prayer, every tear shed in trust, they have been building something in the spirit, and now, the breakthrough is beginning to crack the surface of your visible world. The doors you once knocked on with weary, bruised fists are beginning to open, and not by your effort, but under the weight of my divine command. You asked me for signs, beloved, and I have heard your heart. You prayed for confirmations, and I have set them in motion. Watch carefully. Now, precious one, for the signs will come, not marked by chaos or confusion, but by peace that surpasses understanding. Opportunities you once chased with longing will now come chasing after you. Conversations you once dreamed of having. As we continue to walk forward into the unfolding of promises and answered prayers, let your heart remain open, beloved, for there is still more that heaven is arranging on your behalf. The conversations you once tried so hard to orchestrate will now unfold naturally, effortlessly. The people you once struggled to connect with will now be drawn to you, not by your striving, but by the undeniable favor of my spirit resting upon your life. There will be divine alignments that seem almost too perfect to explain. Paths will cross, doors will swing open, and timing will fall into place with a precision that no human hand could have crafted. You will step back, breathless with wonder, realizing that only I could have woven such intricate beauty into the details of your journey. These, beloved, are my fingerprints, the signs that my promises are not distant, not forgotten, but alive, active, and moving powerfully through your life. Pay close attention to the small nudges. Notice the gentle prompts. Honor the inner knowing that stirs quietly within your spirit. These are not random thoughts. They are the whispers of my spirit, faithfully, leading you step by step into the fulfillment of every word I have spoken over you. And do not be surprised, my child, when the old begins to fall away. Some doors will close, not because you failed, but because their season has simply ended. Some relationships will shift, and not in anger, but because their chapter in your story has been completed. Release them without bitterness. Let go with trust. Know in your heart that every subtraction is making space for divine addition. I am not taking from you. I am preparing you to be filled to overflowing. I am not leaving you empty. I am clearing room for the more that is on its way. Understand, beloved, that the signs of this new season will not always come wrapped in dramatic moments. Some will be quiet, subtle confirmations that settle deep into your spirit like a seed planted in fertile soil. Others will be undeniable shifts, so visible that even those around you will pause and marvel. Both are my handiwork. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Do not overlook the quiet victories. The same God who moves mountains with a mighty roar also parts seas with a single whisper. I'm present in both the thunderous and the gentle, the sudden and the slow. As you walk through this unfolding season, keep your heart tender. Keep your ears tuned carefully to my voice. Let gratitude be the guard that shields your spirit. Even when the changes stretch you beyond the edges of comfort, gratitude will open your eyes to see what I am doing, even when my work does not match your expectations. I am doing a new thing, my beloved, and it will not resemble the old. It will require a fresh lens, a higher level of trust, a deeper dependence on my guidance. Some of the signs you will encounter will come in the form of new opportunities, ones that will call you to rise higher, to stretch your wings of faith wider than before. Do not shrink back when new doors swing open. Step through them with courage, even if your knees tremble. I am not seeking your perfection. I am seeking your obedience. I am not asking you to have it all figured out. I am asking you simply to trust me, step by step, breath by breath, And as you move forward in faith, you will find that I meet you there, with provision, with strength, with wisdom you never knew you carried. There will also be internal signs, shifts in your heart, in your desires, even in your dreams. Things you once chased with passion may lose their pull, while new visions will arise, aligning more closely with my heart for you. Do not mourn the changes I bring. Celebrate the growth. Celebrate the maturity. Celebrate the refining that is making you ready for the more I have prepared. My son, my daughter, the signs will not only touch your personal life. I am stirring the very environment around you. Communities will shift, connections will be made, movements will begin. You will find yourself positioned in places of influence you once thought were far beyond your reach, not because you forced your way in, but because I placed you there for such a time as this. You will carry my living presence into rooms that have been dry and desperate for the water you now carry inside. Your spirit, as these signs unfold, stay rooted in my word, stay anchored in prayer, stay humble in success, stay faithful in the small things. I will entrust you with more as you steward well what I place in your hands now. Celebrate every door that opens. Celebrate every opportunity that arises. But remember always, the greatest treasure is not the opportunity itself. The greatest treasure is the nearness to me. As the doors swing open and the pathways clear before you, my beloved, listen carefully. For the journey is not ending, it is only beginning in a deeper, richer way. Look up, my child. Lift your eyes and watch carefully, for the signs are all around you. The doors are swinging open. The path is clearing. What you once only dared to dream about is stepping into reality, not by your might, not by your power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord. Now that the doors are opening and the way is being made plain before you, it is not enough merely to see what I am doing. You must learn how to walk in it. Faith, my beloved, is not only about believing for miracles, it is about stepping forward in obedience, even when the full picture has not yet been revealed. I'm calling you to a life of steady, unwavering trust, a walk not marked by striving nor by rushing ahead, but by the confident steps of one who knows, deeply knows, they are led by the hand of the Almighty. Each day before you move first toward me. Begin your mornings not with the clamor of the world, but with the quiet stillness of my presence. It is in this sacred hidden place that you will find the clarity you need for every decision you must make. I will not always reveal the whole path at once. Often, I will only illuminate the next step. But trust me, beloved, when you are faithful with the small steps, you will find yourself exactly where you are meant to be, standing firm on ground I have prepared for you. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. Every great move of mine has always started with unseen, humble obedience. Stay sensitive to my voice, precious one. You are entering a season where distractions will grow louder, where opportunities will multiply, and where the temptation will be to chase what looks good instead of waiting for what is God. Not every open door is from me. Not every invitation is meant for you to accept. You must learn to discern, not by sight alone, but by the peace that rules in your spirit. My peace will be your compass. If you step toward something and my peace lifts, pause. Seek me again. I will never lead you through confusion or pressure. My ways are always marked by peace, even in the midst of challenge. My son, my daughter, I am calling you to walk at my pace, not ahead of me, not lagging behind, but step by step, hand in hand with me. Trust that I am never late. Trust that I am never early. I move with perfect timing. When it feels slow, believe that I'm preparing you, or preparing the environment. When it feels fast, trust that I have already made you ready, even if your emotions haven't yet caught up. Sensitivity to my timing will protect you from unnecessary battles, and lead you into victories that I prepared long before you even asked. Stay rooted in my word. Let my promises be the unshakable foundation under your feet. When circumstances roar and try to shake your heart, return to what I have spoken. Remind yourself of what never changes. My word will not fail you. My promises are yes and amen. When you feel weary, do not run to the noise of the world. Run to the living word, the breath that speaks strength into dry bones and hope into tired hearts. Guard your heart, my precious one. Out of it flow all the issues of life. Protect your joy, protect your gratitude, protect your focus. Choose to speak life even when discouragement tries to settle on you like a heavy fog. Choose to see with eyes of faith, even when the landscape around you seems barren and dry. Your words are seeds. Plant words of hope. Plant words of truth. Plant words of expectation. Watch how your very atmosphere will shift as your speech aligns with my heart. Do not agree with fear. Do not partner with lies. Agree with me, and you will see the fruit of faith begin to break through in every area of your life. Walk humbly as the doors open before you. Remember always, favor is not earned. It is freely given. Walk low, knowing that every opportunity, every connection, every breakthrough is a gift flowing from my hand. Celebrate the victories, yes, but let your heart stay anchored not in the success, but in me, the giver of every good gift. As we continue to walk deeper into the unfolding of my promises, listen carefully, beloved. For now is the time to move with wisdom and humility. Stay under the steady flow of my grace. Pride, my child, will block the stream of my blessing. But humility keeps it pouring freely, abundantly. Be not only a carrier of my promises, but a carrier of my very presence. Let those who encounter you see not just someone who is successful, but someone who walks intimately with their God, someone whose life breathes of heaven's touch. Be intentional in your relationships. Surround yourself with those who sharpen your faith, who speak truth even when it is hard to hear, who point you back to me when distractions try to pull you away. Understand this: not everyone can walk with you into the new places I am leading you. Some relationships were for a season, and that is good, and that is enough. Release them with blessing, not bitterness, and watch carefully, for I will send others, those who will stand beside you, who will pray with you, who will lift your arms when you feel too weak to lift them yourself. Discern carefully who is called to walk this next chapter with you. Most importantly, my beloved, stay in constant communion with me. I am not looking for religious performance. I am longing for daily living relationship. Talk to me throughout your day, not just in the sacred moments of morning or evening, but in the ordinary rhythm of your going and coming. Invite me into your work, into your conversations, into your plans, into your laughter, and even your frustrations. I desire to walk with you through every part of your life, not just the holy spaces, but the everyday ones. Obedience will be your pathway to breakthrough. Trust will be your shield against fear. Worship will be your fiercest weapon in battle, and intimacy with me will be your anchor when the winds of life rise around you. Stay close. Stay willing, stay surrendered. You do not need to be perfect, my child. You simply need to be available. You are stepping into a season where your faith will no longer be built only on what you hope for, but on what you see me fulfill with your own eyes. The unseen is becoming seen. The doors are opening. Diamo. Promises are unfolding. Walk forward, one faithful step at a time, knowing that every step of obedience brings you deeper into the destiny I have already written over your life from the beginning of time. See the way you have wrestled within yourself. I have watched the silent battles, The hidden struggles where you wondered if you were enough, if you had missed your moment, if somehow the mistakes of yesterday had disqualified you from the future. I promised. But hear me clearly now, beloved. Nothing you have faced, nothing you have walked through, nothing you have stumbled over, has the power to rewrite the words I have spoken over your life. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not the labels the world tried to attach to you. You are who I say you are. And my word over your life is final and unchanging. Call you beloved. I call you chosen. I call you redeemed. I call you strong. Not because you never feel weak, but because my strength is perfected in your weakness. I call you victorious. Not because you have never tasted defeat, but because I have already won the victory on your behalf. When I look at you, I do not see the mess of your mistakes. I see the masterpiece of my mercy. I see the reflection of my Son within you, shining even through the cracks you once thought disqualified you. My precious one, you have spent too much time measuring your worth by broken rulers. You have compared your journey to others and found yourself lacking. You have listened too long to the whispers of the enemy, the lies that told you you were too far gone, too broken, too ordinary to be used for anything meaningful. But listen carefully now, those whispers were lies, desperate attempts from a defeated enemy who fears what you carry. You were never created to fit into the molds of this world. You were never called to blend in. You were created to stand out, to shine with a light that can only come from me. I know the names you have been called. I know the accusations that have been spoken against you. And now, beloved, as the voice of truth rises above the noise of lies, let us continue, for the next breath carries fresh freedom for your soul. As we break free from the shadows of false identity, beloved, listen now to the voice of truth that speaks a better word over your life. I know the accusations hurled against you, the sharp words, some spoken by others, some whispered by your own weary heart. But today, my child, I am speaking a better word. I am reaching into the deep places, into the secret rooms where shame tried to build its house, where fear tried to erect its high, lonely walls. And I am tearing them down with the overwhelming truth of who you really are. You are not rejected. You are accepted. You are not abandoned. You are adopted. You are not a burden. You are a blessing. You are not invisible. You are intimately known and infinitely loved. Let me rebuild what life tried so hard to tear apart. Let me rewrite the storylines that pain etched into the fragile places of your soul. Let me breathe new life into the dreams you buried under layers of disappointment and deferred hope. Hear me, precious one. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are exactly where I can work miracles. You are exactly the kind of vessel I delight to fill. Not the flawless, but the willing. Not the perfect, but the surrendered. I have chosen you. And my choice is not based on your ability, but entirely upon my unchanging, unstoppable love. You have been called to carry my presence. You have been marked by my spirit. You have been set apart for good works that I prepared in advance for you to walk in. No mistake, no failure, no human opinion can cancel what I have destined for you. What I have begun in you I will complete. What I have planted in you I will bring to full, glorious harvest. The identity I placed within you before the foundation of the world is rising now to the surface. It is time, beloved, for you to walk not in the shadows of fear, but in the radiant light of truth. Stand up, my son. Rise up, my daughter. Shake off the lies, break agreement with every false identity that ever tried to cling to you. You are not small. You are mighty through me. You are not forgotten. You are highly favored. You are not overlooked. You are seen and celebrated by heaven itself. Lift your head, not in pride, but in the holy confidence of one who knows they are deeply loved, fully accepted, and eternally secured. The enemy fears the moment you begin to believe who you truly are, because When you do, you will walk with a boldness that hell cannot withstand. You will speak words that carry weight. You will move with an authority that shifts atmospheres. You will pray prayers that shake foundations. You will love with a power that breaks chains. You were never meant to limp through life under the weight of lies and false labels. You were created to run with freedom, clothed in righteousness, crowned with glory, and filled with my spirit. Let my voice be louder than every lie. Let my truth be the banner flying over your life. Let my promises be the firm foundation upon which you build every step. You are who I say you are, nothing less, nothing more. Fully known, fully loved, fully equipped. Walk in the fullness of your true identity. Walk in the strength of my unshakable promises. Walk in the joy of knowing that nothing, not height nor depth, not past mistakes nor future fears, can separate you from my love. You are mine, and in me, beloved, you are enough. As you now step forward into the fulfillment of all I have prepared for you, remember this: the doors opening, the promises unfolding, the victories arriving. They are not the destination. They are the environment where your heart must stay steadfast, your spirit sensitive, and your soul deeply anchored. I have not called you only to receive blessings. I have called you to walk with me through them, to steward them with wisdom, to remain close to me even when the noise of the world grows louder. Begin every day with me. Before you dive into tasks, before you let the voices of the world dictate your rhythm, come sit in my presence. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be polished or perfect. Just come, honestly, simply, sincerely. Let your first thoughts be turned toward me. Let your heart find its center in my truth before you face the demands of the day. A few moments of real, living connection with me will strengthen you more than hours spent striving in your own strength. And now, beloved, let us step fully into this new season, for the dawn has broken and the King walks beside you. As we draw even closer, beloved, hear now my invitation for how to walk day by day in this unfolding journey. Talk to me throughout your day. I am not distant. I am not too busy for you. I delight in every conversation. Every small whisper that reaches out toward me stirs my heart with joy. You do not have to wait for a crisis to pray. You do not have to wait for a church service to worship. I am as close as your very next breath. Invite me into your decisions, into your struggles, into your celebrations. Let your life become a continual living dialogue with the one who loves you most. Stay rooted in my word. My beloved, my words are life, they are strength. They are the sword you will need when doubt comes knocking at your door. They are the lamp that will guide your steps when the path before you looks unclear and uncertain. Do not let my word gather dust on the shelf of your life. Open it daily, not out of obligation, but out of longing for conversation. Read it with expectation. Expect not just information, but revelation. Expect to encounter my heart on every page. When you feel weak, run to my promises. When you feel lost, run to my truth. When you feel dry and weary, drink deeply of the living water I offer through my word. Guard your heart with all diligence, my child. The enemy knows he cannot steal what I have placed within you, but he will try to distract you, to discourage you, to draw your attention away from what matters most. Protect your joy fiercely. Choose gratitude even when circumstances seem unchanged. Choose worship even when your feelings resist. Gratitude and worship are powerful weapons. They shift atmospheres. They recalibrate your spirit to what is eternally true, even when your emotions are shouting a different story. Be mindful of your attitude. Carry a spirit of humility in your victories. Carry a spirit of endurance in your battles. Carry a spirit of generosity in your blessings. The attitude you cultivate will shape the fruit you produce. Speak life over yourself, over others, over your future. Refuse to partner with fear. Refuse to agree with defeat. Your words have power because they echo the faith I have planted inside of you. Walk with people who sharpen your faith. Community matters more than you realize. Surround yourself with those who encourage you, who challenge you to grow, who remind you of who you truly are when you begin to forget. Not everyone can walk with you into the places I am taking you. Some connections were for a season. Bless them, release them with peace, and move forward with those I have assigned. For this next chapter, community will strengthen you, isolation will weaken you. Choose wisely. Be generous with what I pour into your life. Share freely what you have received. Release boldly what I have deposited into you. You are not blessed to hoard. You are blessed to be a blessing. As you give, you will find yourself receiving even more. As you pour out, I will fill you again and again. My kingdom does not operate by the principles of the world. In my kingdom, the more you give, the more you grow. The more you release, the more you overflow. Steward your gifts, your time, your resources with open hands and a willing heart. Stay sensitive to my spirit. I will lead you, I will guide you, sometimes through loud, undeniable confirmations, sometimes through quiet, gentle nudges. Do not ignore the still, small voice. Do not overlook the gentle promptings. Trust that I am speaking, even when it feels subtle. The more you obey me in the small things, the more clearly you will hear me when the big things come. Rest when I tell you to rest. Move when I tell you to move. Trust the rhythm of grace I am teaching you. This is not a race to exhaustion. This is a journey of partnership. I am not in a hurry. I'm building something lasting in you, something that will withstand storms and pressures, something eternal. Trust the process. Trust my pace. Trust that you are not missing out when you are moving in step with me. Above all else, my precious one, keep your heart tender. Keep your spirit expectant. Stay childlike in wonder. Stay open to awe. I am not finished revealing myself to you. And so, beloved, breathe deep, lift your eyes, take my hand, for the best is still unfolding and the story is only just beginning. As your heart leans closer to my voice, hear this now, my beloved. I am not done pouring into your life. There is more depth, more joy, more revelation, more intimacy. Stay open, stay hungry, stay connected. You were created to walk with me, not merely to work for me. You were designed to dwell in my presence, not just to visit occasionally. Let everything you do, every dream you chase, every task you accomplish, flow first from the place of simply being with me. In that secret place, you will find the strength to carry the assignments I am entrusting to you. In that place, you will find the joy that no circumstance, no opposition, no disappointment can steal. In that place, you will discover the truth that the greatest reward is not the open doors, not the fulfilled dreams. It is me. I am your greatest treasure, and I am yours forever. My child, listen closely. The shift you have been sensing in your spirit is real. It is not imagination. It is not wishful thinking. It is the echo of what I have already set into motion. Heaven has moved, and soon the earth will respond. The things you have carried in prayer for so long, the dreams you have cradled through seasons of silence and longing, they are closer now than you dare to believe. The stirring inside of you is the confirmation. What was once hidden is about to be revealed. The change you prayed for is no longer on a distant horizon. It is standing at your very door. Even now I am shifting circumstances. I am aligning things in ways you cannot yet see. I am positioning people, opening doors, setting divine appointments into motion on your behalf. Some of the shifts will seem sudden, almost without warning. But know this, beloved, they are not random. They are answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. They are the fulfillment of seeds you sowed long ago, in tears and in faith. You will not have to force what I am releasing. You will not have to chase after what I am bringing. As you stay faithful to me, as you remain anchored in my love, the blessings will begin to overtake you. Prepare your heart for acceleration, my precious one. What once took years will now happen in moments. Where once there was struggle just to take a step forward, there will now be a supernatural ease, not because all opposition has vanished, but because my mighty hand is clearing the path before you. I am parting waters where there seemed to be no way. I am making rivers flow in the deserts that once looked hopeless and barren. I am doing this, and not because you earned it, but because I promised it, not because you figured it all out, but because you surrendered and trusted me. Get ready for sudden connections. Get ready for unexpected favor. Get ready for doors opening without human explanation. Get ready for conversations that will confirm what I have whispered to you in the secret place. Get ready for opportunities that will align so perfectly that you will know that beyond any doubt, it could only have been orchestrated by my hand. You are entering a season where your spirit will leap with recognition. This is what I was made for. The preparation, the pruning, the pressing, all of it was for this moment. Do not be surprised when the old falls away quickly. Do not mourn what I am removing. Not every connection, not every assignment is meant to travel with you into this new place. Some things must be stripped away because they were meant for a season, not for the fullness I am bringing you into. Trust me to prune what must be pruned. Trust me to refine what must be refined. You are not losing. You are being streamlined. For impact, you are being prepared to carry the greater weight of glory I am entrusting to you, and to carry more. You must lay aside every weight that so easily entangles. My son, my daughter, I am not just bringing breakthrough, I am bringing transformation. You will not simply return to old dreams revived. You will step into new dreams, dreams so much bigger, so much grander than you once dared to imagine. Your mind has been stretched, your heart has been deepened, your faith has been fortified and strengthened. You are ready now for things that would have crushed you in earlier seasons. This is why the waiting was necessary. This is why the process could not be rushed. And now, beloved, with heart steady and eyes lifted high, step boldly into all I have prepared, for truly, the best is still yet to come. As you prepare your heart to walk through the doors I have set before you, beloved, listen closely, for this is the moment heaven and earth have long awaited. Now you will stand in rooms you once felt too small, for now you will carry an authority you once doubted you could handle. You will move in a power birthed from the deep wells of your surrender. Expect confirmation. My child, expect unusual favor. Expect sudden doors to swing open. Expect divine interruptions that lovingly redirect your plans into my purposes. Expect to see what you have been faithfully carrying in the secret place birthed into the public. Space unveiled for my glory. But above all, expect my presence to go before you. Expect my spirit to guide your every step, even the ones that seem unclear at first. Expect to move, not by striving, not by pushing your own way forward, but by resting in the blessed assurance that I have already gone ahead of you. This is the time where you will declare with awe, only God could have done this. This is the time when your testimony will shake the faith of doubters and ignite the hope of the weary. This is the season where dreams you almost buried under the weight of disappointment will rise, not weak and fragile, but alive with resurrection power. You will not walk into this new season empty-handed. You are carrying with you the scars that testify of battles fought and won. You are bringing the wisdom gained in hidden places where only I saw your perseverance. You are carrying the strength that was forged in fire. These are not your liabilities, beloved. These are your credentials in the Spirit. These are your badges of honor before the courts of heaven. Prepare your heart for greater. Prepare your mind for expansion. Prepare your spirit for the weight of answered prayers. Stay humble. Stay dependent. Stay worshipful. As quickly as the doors open, stay grounded in me. For it is my presence, not your gifting, not your striving, not your own wisdom, that will sustain you through every blessing and every new battle that comes with new territory. You are not stepping into the unknown alone. I am with you. I am ahead of you. I am surrounding you on every side. Fear has no place here. Doubt has no power here. Regret must fall away like old garments you no longer need. This, my child, is your time to rise. This is your time to move. This is your time to walk boldly through the doors I have prepared specifically for you. Even now, my spirit is moving toward you, with arms wide open. I have waited for this moment, the moment when you would slow down enough, when you would quiet the noise of the world long enough to truly sense just how near I have always been. I have never stood at a distance, waiting for you to earn my presence. I have drawn close, especially to the broken places, the wounds you were too afraid to reveal, the parts of your heart you thought were too damaged to heal. I am here. I have always been here. And I am not coming to scold you for your struggles. I am coming to breathe new life into your weary spirit. Let down your guard, beloved. Release the defenses you built to survive. You do not need to protect yourself from me. My presence does not come to expose you to shame. It comes to cover you with grace. My spirit does not come to replay your failures. It comes to awaken you to your destiny. It comes to call forth the beauty hidden under ashes, the strength born through surrender, the redemption story rising where you once thought only ruin remained. Open your heart wide to me. Let the walls fall down, let the layers peel back. I already know the hidden things. There is no fear in coming closer, only freedom. I have come to heal the wounds no one else noticed. I have come to break the chains you've worn for so long. They have almost felt familiar. I have come to call you out of captivity and into the fullness of life you were always meant to live. Feel my spirit resting upon you even now. Feel the heaviness lifting from your shoulders. Feel the old fears loosening their grip on your soul. Feel the deep places of your being begin to exhale the burdens they were never designed to carry. You were not made for anxiety. You were not made for despair. You were not made to live braced for disappointment. You were made to live fully alive, fully awake in my love, fully free under my covering. My child, I know you have tried so hard to heal yourself, through effort, through distraction, through striving. But hear me tenderly. Deep healing does not come through human effort. It comes through surrender. It comes when you stop trying to. Fix yourself and, as you remain still in my presence, beloved, listen carefully, for I am not yet finished with the good work I am doing within you. Allow my spirit to do what only I can do. Healing is not something you must earn. Freedom is not something you achieve through effort. Transformation is not something you manufacture. They are gifts. Gifts I freely, joyfully pour into your life when you open your hands and simply receive. Receive my love now, not just as a distant concept, but as a living, breathing reality that wraps around you like a warm blanket on the coldest night. Let it soak into the dry, cracked places of your heart. Let it rewrite the old, broken narratives that shame and fear have etched into your soul. Let it plant seeds of hope where only barrenness once lived. I am not offering you a temporary comfort. I am giving you a new identity, one rooted in truth, in wholeness, in the unchanging affection I hold for you. You will not leave this encounter the same. My spirit is moving even now, untangling the lies from your mind, breaking generational patterns that have clung to your bloodline, silencing the echoes of past failures that tried to dictate your future. I am setting you free, free from the inside out. You are not who you were yesterday. You are not trapped by what happened to you. You are a new creation, and I am breathing new life into every part of your being. Let my spirit refresh you. Let the dry places of your soul drink deeply of my living water. Where you have felt weary, I am giving you renewed strength. Where you have felt numb, I am awakening passion again. Where you have felt abandoned, I am wrapping you in the unshakable assurance that you are seen, known, and loved beyond measure. Do not rush this moment. Let it linger. Let it press deep. Transformation is not always loud. Sometimes it is the quiet shift of unseen chains falling away. Sometimes it is the gentle lifting of burdens so familiar you forgot how heavy they were. Sometimes it is the subtle warming of a heart that had long frozen under fear. However it comes, know this, it is happening even now. My spirit is moving. My spirit is restoring. My spirit is making all things new. You will leave this moment carrying far more than you realize. You will walk lighter, not because the journey ahead has changed, but because your soul has. You will see differently. You will think differently. You will hope differently, because you are no longer carrying weights that were never yours to bear. You are walking in newness of life. You are stepping forward as one who has been personally encountered by the living God. This, my beloved, is not the end of your transformation. It is only the beginning. Keep coming back to this sacred place with me. Keep letting me peel back the layers gently. Keep letting me speak truth louder than every lie. Healing is a journey, and I delight to walk it with you, not rushing you, not condemning you, but loving you into fullness, day by day, breath by breath. My beloved, you have walked through fires that could have consumed you, through storms that could have silenced you, through valleys so deep you feared you might never find your way out. But here you are, standing at the threshold of a brand new beginning. Not by your own strength, but because my hand never let you go. You have been prepared for such a time as this. Every tear you cried, every prayer you lifted, every moment you chose to stand when falling would have been easier. It all mattered. It was all seen. It was all woven into your story of redemption. And now I am calling you to move forward, not with fear, but with holy confidence. The doors I have opened before you are not fragile. They are secured by my promises. The path I have cleared for you is not uncertain. It is rooted in my eternal plan. Do not hesitate. Do not look back. Step boldly into the future I have prepared for you. Trust that I am going before you. Trust that I am walking beside you. Trust that I am surrounding you with my unfailing presence. You are not entering this new season empty-handed. You are carrying a testimony. You are walking in authority. You are bearing the heart of one who has learned how to trust me even when the way was unseen. This is your time to arise. This is your moment to believe like never before. Watch what I will do through a heart that says yes without fear. Watch how I will move when you trust me with everything. The best is not behind you. The best is unfolding even now. Walk forward, my beloved, for I am doing a new thing, and it is already springing up before your very eyes. You will not miss it. You will not be left behind. You will not be forgotten. I am faithful, faithful to complete what I have started in you, faithful to lead you into every promise I have spoken. This is only the beginning. Amen. Before you move on, my child, share what you have received today. Let your life be a river, not a reservoir. There are others waiting for the same hope that has found you here. As you pour out, I will fill you again. As you release what has been sown into your spirit, I will multiply it far beyond what you can see. Stay connected to my voice. Stay available to my leading, and know always, as you move forward, you are never walking alone. I am with you. I am working through you to reach many.